This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Said, wait till we get later on in the night and this track continues to cool. Oh, got trouble.
And up and into the wall at 63. It's Justin Jennings bringing out our first caution as he slides down the racetrack.
A narrow escape for the 7 of Brian Eichler.
Looks like Justin cut a tire. I believe it was the left rear. I saw the tread come on. We got to go catch Kyle Busch. How are we going to do that? Let's work on it.
Speaking of getting going.
See the left rear?
Yeah, it's already down. It's low. Ooh, John West Townley narrowly gets by. Watch Brian Eichler here. Comes along in the 7 truck. Wow, look how close that was. Wow.
Looked like Eichler was thinking that that 63 was going to go down low. And he just went up there and almost drove right into him. Great save.
Truck to get it off the ground, and Austin has not said a lot other than when they came down pit road, they did take 4 tires fuel and raise the track bar, and he's come from the rear to 4th in about 30 laps. Caution's out, guys.
Yeah, wreck on the racetrack. The 82 and 28 involved in this one. 28's Ryan Ellis. The 82 is Jake Crum.
I wondered how they were keeping going straight, Rick, as
see Jimmy Weller, the 08, narrowly avoiding both of those trucks getting by.
As did Tyler Young.
Yeah.
Source. And welcome back. The third caution has come out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as Tyler Young looks to have had an engine expire on him. And a little bit of fluid was put down on the racetrack, so the caution came out. Pit road is open, and it looks as though the field is going to follow Kyle Busch back onto pit road. Hermie? Up the racetrack goes to 30, and he's going to go around. Ron Hornaday spins as they go through 3 and 4.
That was amazing. No one hit him.
Pretty high speeds going down pit road, but they're trying to avoid any incident that might have taken place on track. They check up their speeds. Hornaday is back on track.
So he's going to drive up beside the 17 of Timothy Peters. Now he's going to start getting loose right there and starting to chase that truck.
Look at Brad Keselowski.
How does he miss him?
Yeah, what an amazing. You saw the smoke underneath the 19 of Brad Keselowski. Let's ride along with him
for the race.
And it's also just about as fast as Kyle Busch has run all throughout this race. So second and third, turning it up a little bit. Oh, trouble off turn 2.
Around goes to 28. That's Ryan Ellis.
That's all the way down into 3.
And that brings the caution out.
Bob. We're wrecked. Just like if you can drive it back to the garage, get it fired up and drive it back, but you're done. You're going to have to drive it back to the garage.
That gets us in a...
Heard me? Yeah, he hooked you there.
Let's see if we can see what happens.
Wow.
Came down and got him.
Is that Jake Crum in the 82 truck?
They had an issue earlier. 2 of them spun, bringing out a caution earlier, and maybe that was...
Well, that was
happy about it.
A little retaliation there or something. That was pretty obvious. A little bit looser.
Oh! Into the wall hard as they came out of turn number 2. Around goes Taylor Molson in the 32. Caution out again.
And that was Bubba Wallace getting caught in the back and collected in a huge crash. Ends his night.
We've seen that happen so many times. Yep. Last time out, it was Johnny Sauter. Had trouble on pit road, gets caught up in an accident. Look at all the damage to that 54 truck of Bubba Wallace. Benton wanted to honor him. He
look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Scott just tried to move up, and the 32 truck of Taylor Mawson was there. There was no room for Scott to move over.
Herman Quiroga did another amazing job getting by the 32.
Take another look. You see Scott Riggs moving.
Rebound from that decision not to take tires early in the race, and now he's trying to go around Sauter for the 3rd spot.
How about Thorsport right now running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, but John West Townley is going to get in the middle of it. 3 wide.
John West Townley, a little contact, and into the grass goes the 29 of Blaney. 7 of Brian Eichler also involved. Contact took Ryan Blaney down into the grass. He flew up in the air and into the outside wall he went.
Yeah, Brian Eichler came along with absolutely nowhere to go.
Needs to stop that truck. It's on fire.
Yeah.
It might not stop. I'd pull over in the grass, though. That'll help put it out.
As you mentioned, the flames continue to roll out from underneath the 7 of Eichler.
See if we can see what happens. You can see Blaney to the bottom. Maybe John West doesn't know he's down there, tries to get in behind Jeb Burton, and bam! Runs Blaney into the grass and takes Brian Eichler with him.
That's reminiscent of
Dale
Earnhardt Jr. at Texas earlier this year, where he he just nosed in that grass, shot him up the racetrack.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. John West was just going to follow that 13 truck, had no idea that the 29 of Ryan Blaney was there. And look at that truck jump up in the air.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Look at Brian Eichler coming along with absolutely nowhere to go. Ryan Blaney's just along for the ride at this point and squeezes Brian Eichler up into the outside wall hard. Well, Johnny Sauter got a little bump in the back from who got a trouble.
Hornaday goes the 30 of Hornaday. Hornaday into the outside wall. Mason Mingus also involved in this.
As well as the 82.
Jake Crum.
Jake Crum.
So the 8th caution has come out.
Look at the right front of that truck.
Ron Hornaday came in here as only one of 2 drivers with top 10 finishes in all 3 races this year. Let's look at Mason Mingus's truck.
Hornaday's truck was all the way up in his windshield, Phil.
Yeah.
Attitude about the next opportunity.
And Mason Mingus, a lot of damage to that Toyota for him, unfortunately.
He had a truck all the way up in his windshield.
Yeah, let's see what happened. There's Hornaday on the outside of the 30 truck. It's going by the 31 to Ben Kennedy. Drives down to the corner. It looks like just tried to go to the bottom and just didn't quite have the 31 clear to Ben Kennedy. These guys came along with nowhere to go. Had no idea there was a truck going to slide up in front of them.
A comfortable lead, almost 2 seconds now between 1 and 2 as this battle continues between John West Townley and Timothy Peters. Fighting for that 4th spot. A great run for John West Townley, looking for his career best finish. It was 6th coming into this race. Under 3 laps of racing to go.
These guys have raced hard all night long here. Nice 2-tire strategy on the first pit stop for Timothy Peters. Got him the track position, and he's kept it ever since.
And conversely, the stop that Jeb Burton made cost him all his track position, but they've overcome that and come back. So a couple of differing starts to the race for a couple of guys that are running strong up in the top 6 positions.
Closing in on the white flag lap for Kyle Busch. 5 times before he has won at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and now he's a mile and a half away from win number 6.
Oh, we got a crash off turn 4.
Crash off of 4. Jeb Burton is involved in it. The white flag has flown.
And that means the race is going to finish just like they're running right now on the racetrack.
Something sitting on the infield smoking. I believe that came off of the 13 of Jeb Burton.
Maybe a piece of, no, that's pretty big chunk right there, isn't it?
Yeah, Jeb needs to shut that baby down and hop out.
That's the radiator.
That's the radiator.
The radiator of the truck is sitting on the infield.
That's a fairly important part.
Yeah. How about the win by Kyle Busch? A dominant performance tonight. He'll come back and get the yellow and the checkered flag. His 38th career win in the Camping World Truck Series, and he gets win number 6 at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
And that's 4 in a row for him. The last race last year at Homestead, and the only 3 starts he's made this year. Eric Phillips adds to his record as the most wins as a crew chief in the series.
What a dominant performance. We asked at the beginning of the show, how do you beat Kyle Busch? No one has figured out the answer yet.
Well, Phil and I didn't know.
We didn't have any idea how he could do it.
We figured that out in a hurry, and no one knew how to do it. Those guys were battling hard. I saw Jeb Burton and Armand Quiroga come off turn 4, passing the lap truck of Norm Benning, and nobody was going to lift. And they all collided.
You see all the that's the 9th place truck right there.
Another top 10. But
yeah.
Check this out. Armand had a hole on the bottom, and Jeb tried to hang in there, and just everybody ran out of room coming to the white flag.
You see the radiator fly out from under that 13 truck.
Hop on board the 77 of Armand Quiroga.
We heard the 77 get out of the throttle, so it might not have been a situation where Jeb drove it up in there. Maybe the 77 of Quiroga got out of the throttle a little bit, and Jeb wasn't expecting that.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.